Hey everybody, we're live. We're here. We're back. It's another week of Loki, and we're here for the Loki after show slash watch party. So I think this is a old title. Let's get rid of it. So, so now that it's a watch party and after show, that's what we're doing. That's what we're here. We're gonna talk with you guys about all the different things. What happened in episode one, what we're expecting for episode two, as we're leading up to the 12 o'clock release, hopefully earlier, of the show. And we got the gang back together again. Malik, introduce yourself. Tell me who you are.
Hello, Malik Patterson here. Otherwise, known as Malik on Ox on social media. Sports editor and slash reporter here at MUSE TV. Big Marvel fan. Tati.
Hi
Oh
everyone, this
yeah,
is
and that's
Kathy's.
Tati. Before we throw it to Tati, it's good to have her back because she's been out a long time. So thank God you're back because we needed to mix it up. It got a little sausage heavy last week, so we had to make sure it didn't get so big this time. So Tatiana, tell them who you are.
I gotta say, I'm low-key excited for this. I'm excited to be back.
Wah,
No
wah.
pun intended. I love Loki, but yeah, I'm Tati Zulani. I am a reporter and producer of Muse Fights. Um, yeah, I'm really happy to be back, and gosh, I think Malik kind of knows that I have a crush on Loki. And according to him, who doesn't have a crush on Loki? But yeah, I'm really excited and happy to be back, and I'm looking forward to what's in store. Um, for those that probably don't remember, I'm not that much familiar with Marvel. I did catch up with all the movies, but I'm here to learn with Mike and Malik.
Yeah. So, what did you think? Did you see episode one? Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
What were your thoughts of episode one afterwards? Because you weren't here. Tell us your thoughts on episode one from you.
I thought, wow, that first episode was full of so many things that I wasn't expecting. We saw Loki with so many emotions. I think that's probably like I don't not the kind of like the first time we actually see him full of like so many emotions. It wasn't. I was expecting more. I feel since it's like the first episode, it was slow. So hopefully we get to see a little bit more of like the backstory of this whole place where he's at, where he's taken.
Mhm. Yeah, I think they're going to come up with that and they're going to be talking about it soon rather than later because I think that expletive on where they're at, what it is, what they're doing, why he's there, even though they mentioned it in the first episode about what they're trying to do at the end. But I think we're going to find out more and more as we go along. But yeah, I mean, we also found they released some new footage from. Besides, let's get to the Loki stuff pretty soon because I mean, they've been releasing a lot of stuff for Black Widow, and Black Widow's coming out July 9th. Here's my question to you guys, and this is what I want to see: would you pay $30 to watch it at home, or would you save $10, or unless you have a movie pass, was it the AMC Stubs pass, and go see it at a movie theater? What are your thoughts?
I think I'll have patience for this. I don't think I'll pay the $30. I think I'll wait for it.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna predict my article. I I'm not gonna pay $30, and this is my least favorite like solo movie from Marvel.
Mhm.
I was never a big Black Widow fan, so I mean the action scenes look good from the trailers and from like the exclusive footage, but as far as like a standalone, I actually would have rather seen a Nick Fury standalone before Black Widow because like what does she really bring that's going to be a lot different?
Yeah. And look who's joined us right after you finish your sentence. Introduce yourself, Jeffrey.
Well, for one thing, Black Widow is a member of the Avengers. She's been a member of the Avengers since the 1960s. or maybe 70s. I could be off there. And she's been a part of the MCU since 2010, and she's a woman starring in her own solo film. So you better recognize the qualities of Black Widow deserving of her own solo film before Nick Fury, mister.
That's it. Show's over.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Buster? Yeah, I called you Buster, and I hope you don't like it.
I'm not saying she doesn't deserve one. I'm just saying I hope it does good. I'll put it that way. I hope it does good.
When has Marvel not done good?
Ooh, Captain Marvel.
I gotta agree on that one.
The CGI on Captain Marvel was pretty bad.
I like Captain Marvel, so no. I reject your hypothesis.
Okay.
I just think that it was I just didn't like the CGI. But Jeffrey, introduce yourself to everybody since you just
Once again, I am the J to the E to the double F-ree. This is Jeffrey Harris. Thank you for having me.
Also co-host with me on This Week in Pro Wrestling,
Right.
coming back to this Thursday.
What a night it was tonight, huh?
Oh, it was.
We'll have
it really was. We actually saw
ample
somebody come
topics to
back.
talk about.
Yep, and a lot of things to talk about off air because I talked to Kalisto today, so I'm keeping up with him. So, you know.
I went into the wrong room earlier. I went into the wrong StreamYard.
Did you go to the one that was for Thursday?
Yeah, I got them
yeah.
mixed up, so
Yeah, it happens.
that's why I'm late.
It happens, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this episode though. If you don't know, Tati, Jeffrey already saw the second episode.
No.
That's right.
Mhm.
I did see the second episode, and I've reviewed the second episode. You can read before you watch this episode. You can go to 411mania.com right now and read my official, exclusive, spoiler-free review for episode 2 of Loki right now. It's up there right now.
Yeah, so don't go right now because we don't want you to leave this stream. You have to be on this stream.
And I am under NDA, so I can't talk spoilers or any plot specifics before the episode comes out. So I won't be saying anything. But
So
it
does
is very exciting, and I think you all are going to be quite entertained.
So does Loki die? Jeffrey? Does one Loki
I mean,
die?
he's already died multiple times. What do you want from me?
Or is it gonna be
That
like-
was a really good out that you figured out. Okay. I was wondering and see how you're gonna escape that. Because that was a good one.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Dying is kind of like Loki's thing.
Yeah. Well, and stabbing people in the back, literally.
Yeah.
So there you go. So yeah, well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this episode. Still haven't been to Avengers Campus yet, which kind of sucks because now I guess they have a Loki in his prison garb now at Avengers Campus. Right when the show premiered, they already had the character up.
They have the TVA
Yeah, they have the
agent.
TVA Loki.
That's funny.
Let me see if I can pull that up so that I can show the audience. Because I was like, damn, this is quick. I couldn't believe that they already had it up.
Well, the show has been in the works for a while, so I'm sure they had assets to plan and prep the costumes and whatnot.
I am pretty sure because
Over at Imagineering.
This was actually the first show, right? That they started working on.
The which one?
Wasn't this one the original? The one that they started working on first? They came up with this one, and then it was Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then WandaVision.
Yeah, I believe so.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think, was supposed to come out first, so.
It was supposed to come out first, but I'm saying they
Yeah.
worked on Loki first.
Right. Maybe.
Yeah. But there it is. There's
Oh,
the
that's so
costume.
cool.
Oh wow.
Wow, the TVA agents look perfect.
Yeah. Hey Stevie, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us here on the stream. But they have the agents, they have the TVA costume, everything. The guy who plays Loki doesn't really look like him too much.
No,
Well,
not really.
close enough. So I mean, it's not bad.
Fair.
I mean, they even have the new Captain America too.
Going back to the first episode, we had Loki going to the TVA dimension, whatever it is. We got introductions to the TVA, the Time Variance Agency, Judge Renslayer, played by Gugu Mbatha-Raw. We have Agent Mobius, played by Owen Wilson. And now Loki's been given a reprieve from, I guess, going back to his timeline and facing certain doom to help Agent Mobius track down a threat.
Yeah. And they already said who that threat is.
That threat is
Stan Lee. Not just kidding. It's himself. It's
I
Loki.
wonder if they're gonna give him, since this is like one variant going after a different variant, and we already know what the first variant looks like and what he's all about. I wonder if they're gonna give him like a different kind of look. I know Jeff can actually answer this, but I wonder like are they gonna change his hair up a little bit, put like a different streak in
But
his
what Loki is it? Is it this Loki from the future? Is it this Loki from the past?
That's what I'm
What is
curious about.
past? What is present?
Mhm. And how bad is this multiverse already freaking has gone since he already has things to story?
Wow.
I would think it would be. I want to say I think it would be a Loki from the future, because how would you get so strong being a Loki from the past when you already got you're the strongest being in the universe?
What if Loki went to the future and then to the past to become this Loki?
Well, that's kind of what I'm like what I'm getting at. Like I think it's a future Loki that went to the past to destroy anything from the past.
What if you're thinking of time the wrong way? You're thinking of time as a straight line. What if time is more like a circular wibbly wobbly timey wimey ball?
Namaste.
Thank you, Anshika. Namaste.
Ashika, thank you for being here. We really appreciate you joining us. I'm happy that you're here. Please be a part. I'm gonna put this already out now. We're gonna be here for some time. So if you have any questions, you want to chime in, you want to put in your thoughts, please do so. I mean, we want this to be as interactive as possible with everybody. So continue, Jeffrey, with what's your thought.
Time is like a wibbly wobbly timey wimey ball, like Doctor Who.
Yeah.
It's not linear. It's a big, like, timey wimey ball. It's a ball.
It's very
Yeah, it's like that.
It's gonna be interesting.
These time variance people can go anywhere in time.
No, not yet.
They're the most power. They're the greatest power in the universe. Look what they did to the Infinity Stones. We thought the Infinity Stones could control all creation, but no, the TVA can. They're just paperweights to them. Yeah. To them, there is no Disney Plus. They are every streaming service they are every streaming service from the beginning to the end of time.
Yep. And we got a question. Episode 2 isn't out yet. I just checked. So hopefully, I'm hoping that it comes out a little earlier, but most likely it's going to be at midnight when it drops. In episode 1, the French girl pointed out a devil was Mephisto.
I think the producers already answered this question.
Did they? Oh.
Yes.
Did they? I don't know. What was the answer on that one? Thank you very much, Anshika, for the comment.
I'll send it to you guys.
Okay. Send it to me so that we can put it up.
A brief thing for episode 2, since there's only 6. I want to see the timekeeper a lot sooner than halfway through. Like I want to see them not at the end of the season, but kind of towards the middle. I don't know
So
if that will be possible, but
okay, so this is from
Sharing the screen now.
Yahoo. Where was it? So yes, we did see in the last episode where they went back in time and they met this French girl at a cathedral, and they asked who did this, and she pointed to a stained glass window of the devil, and people are like, oh, it's Mephisto, but no. According to Kate Herron on Entertainment Tonight, it's honestly just a super weird coincidence. Like, it's genuinely a reference to Loki, the horns. He was cast out of heaven. That's what it's a reference to. So the devil bearing gifts is Loki. Sorry, folks, no Mephisto. Man, people, Kevin Feige, it's almost like people are really wanting to see Mephisto at some point,
Exactly. There's a lot of
Yeah, a lot of
for him. So
people are asking for Mephisto. You think maybe we'll see Mephisto at some point down the line in one of these things?
yeah, I don't know when, but but you know what? They have done it in the past where some fan service and they brought characters in. So if it fits, and usually he does it if it fits right to whatever project that they're doing.
I think once you do Rocket and Groot, there's really no character you can't do at this point.
Yeah,
Because as minor of a character as he was, they did do Howard the Duck in Guardians of the Galaxy. So there is a Howard the Duck lurking around.
Yeah,
somewhere in the galaxy.
At a bar somewhere in the galaxy.
Yeah, probably.
Or a strip club. Who knows? It is Howard the Duck thing.
You guys like a Howard Duck, like a Hulu series or something? Very much in the style of the original, the original comics, not the George Lucas movie.
I would like to see it. It'll make it up because Howard the Duck, the movie. I don't know if you guys, Tatiana or Malik, have ever seen the movie, but I like it's watered down, the George Lucas version, and the comic book. It was very fun and very.
Yeah, it was the original Marvel comic was like an adult satire. It was like Marvel's version of like a socio-political satire.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Anshika, and thank you for joining us. So, any for the panel here, any standout performances for you so far? Any actors or performers in the show so far that stick out for you that you're really excited to see more of in the coming weeks?
I think for me, Owen Wilson, to see how his character is going to play out with Loki.
Okay.
I said it last week. I did like I believe her name is pronounced Wunmi.
Right.
Her B-15, I did like her performance. But then of course, like I don't know, Tom, like going back and rewatching episode 1, Tom really kind of just stole the show. Like his acting was just amazing. And like we've seen him for so many years now. You don't think that he can like outdo a previous performance, but episode 1 was really, really good from an acting standpoint from him.
Oh, Hunter B-15. That's it. Yes.
Yeah. Hunter
okay.
B-15.
So she's like one of the lead Hunter agents for the TVA.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I imagine we'll be seeing more of her tonight.
Yeah. What did you think of that rumor that came up, that Sharon Carter rumor?
The rumor I heard is people were saying Peggy Carter was in the TVA and they were like doing something with the Peggy Carter timeline because Steve was going back in time and live with Peggy or something. I have no idea. To me, did we get a good look at that person? Does anyone here believe that was Peggy?
No, I thought it was Sharon. So there you go. So no, I didn't even notice the whole thing that they were talking about. Like I didn't see it when they
Because
were.
Loki wouldn't even recognize that woman.
Yeah,
He wouldn't recognize Peggy. He's never, as far as I know, he's never encountered or dealt with her. So
yeah. So I don't.
he wouldn't recognize her. So he wouldn't be like, "Hey, who's that? I know who that is."
Yeah. But it makes me laugh how a lot of people, just like a lot of news outlets, try and find Easter eggs all over
Oh,
the place on the show.
yeah, they'll create theories and they'll run with theories as news, even though like they'll run with, oh, this is Mephisto, oh, this is Peggy Carter, even though it's not really true, or there's very little evidence to back it up, and then they'll run it as a news story. She was not Peggy Carter. I mean, I don't think it was Peggy.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like if it was Peggy, they would have done more to clue us in to the fact that it was Peggy. You can do it. Legacy of Loki will end with this series.
That intrigues me. What do you mean by that?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Do you mean Loki as a character, or like what are you talking about? Like Loki's, yeah.
And with a name like that, you gotta say it the right way.
You can do it. You can do it. Tell us give us a
You
few more
can do
details on what
it.
you mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think that was Peggy. I think I've heard that. I've seen that, message board discussion.
Yeah.
But
I've seen so many. I try and stay away.
I hope we do. I mean, there's there's still so much I can't say.
Well, we're
But
at the 11.
how about this? I will say you will see more of Hunter B-15 tonight. How about that?
I can't
You
wait
will be,
till
you will be getting more of her, and
What's up?
we'll be getting more of Judge Ravona.
Yeah, the show's on right now.
Okay,
So
here we go.
let's start. Get everybody ready. Don't forget to. We're gonna have to silence our mics, unfortunately, so we don't have that
Yep.
lead in, and turn off our cameras. But we'll be back as soon as the show over. Come back, be a part of us. We'll be talking all about the
Okay.
show.
So go on to Disney Plus, watch episode 2 of Loki right now, and then once you're done, we're going to be back here to watch it. So enjoy, everybody. Thanks.
Exactly.
We'll be right back.
we'll discuss
Stay
more
tuned.
Legacy of Loki
Yes.
topic. So hold on.
Yeah, Legacy of Loki. You can do it. Get your keyboard ready.
Yeah, and we'll be right back. Hello, test one, test two. Check one, check two.
Hello.
Buddy. So, damn, I really like this show.
Yeah. It was, oh my gosh. I'm speechless. I'm like, I can't believe what just happened.
Exactly, and we're waiting for Jeffrey and Malik to come back. Uh, Me and Tatiana seems to have finished the show first, but wow, there's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, there is.
And it's interesting.
Never trust the Loki.
So we got Jeffrey back now.
Hiya.
Hello.
I don't know.
Wow, what a reveal, huh?
No kidding. This show, I just love the way they build up on this show.
I think that episode, to get that reveal in the second episode, that's very exciting.
Yeah.
I think you all would agree, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
I was kind of thinking they would kind of drag that reveal out a little bit, but I'm glad we got it in the second episode.
So, since you're knowledgeable more, give a little insight of Lady Loki.
I wouldn't say this is my area of expertise, but there is, as far as I know, there is precedence for female version of Loki, and I think even the credits say under Loki's profile, like his booking sheet, it says like sex, it says fluid. So I guess that means he can. So I guess I don't know the full implications of what's going on here and what version of Loki this is. Is this an alternate timeline? Is this the same Loki? Is this a Loki from the past or the future? But we did see the debut of Lady Loki tonight on Marvel's Loki on Disney Plus.
Yeah, and wow. I let's just get into this a little bit because I so love the way they're building this show. And the way right in the beginning, it's slow, but it's slow for a reason. Because they're going and they're building up. It's like a puzzle. And putting everything together, and at the end of each episode, that puzzle is revealed. And I love the way they're doing it. It's just such a good show. What do you guys think? Let's start with Tatiana. What do you think?
I agree with Jeffrey. I didn't expect, this second episode to be, so this good. Like for so many things to be unpacked so soon. But yeah, there were so many things. I'm still like in shock that we even got this so soon. But it's just crazy how, Loki, you can't trust Loki. And the way that he's always trying to build that trust, yet not to do that. But I don't know. I feel like he's gonna do something good. I don't know. What do you guys?
I think it was interesting. The casting for this Loki is Sophia Di Martino, British actress. She's got a long list of credits, but like nothing really heavily sticks out. So I would say she's a relative unknown to the scene. She was in Yesterday. I don't remember her in the movie Yesterday, but that was a good movie.
Was she the love interest?
No, the love interest in that movie was Lily James. She was Carol. For whatever reason, I'm not remembering her in that movie very much. But that was a good movie.
Yeah, it was. Malik, thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay, where do I start? In them revealing that there was, I didn't know that there was a Lady Loki, but them revealing it wasn't a big surprise considering episode 1 revealed so much. And with the whole paperweight of the Infinity Stones. But one thing I will say is the beginning does start off kind of slow, but I tried to remember what it said in the beginning because that reveals itself at the end. Like Loki explaining before the very first mission about how there's two different versions of him, like creating a second version of himself, kind of like him transferring. I don't know exactly how he explained it, but he explained that he can duplicate himself basically in two different ways, and how they're completely different, because one is a molecular way and one is a completely just like different way of doing it. And so Lady Loki doing that in the end kind of makes sense.
Oh, his doubles, creating the doubles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
doubles himself. So I really like the way that the show starts off kind of, I guess, slow, because that whatever is said in the beginning, I know there's going to be some form of that later, and I just kind of want to see how that transpires.
Interesting. Yeah, we got a comment coming in. Lady Loki set peaks were leaked a while ago, so that reveal was kind of spoiled.
I never saw those.
I didn't see
Interesting
them
that
either. And if
Rishi.
they saw 'em, then it's like usually it's like that's why I try and stay away from anything that I possibly can. It's hard. I know it's how hard it is because I've lived through the whole Star Wars thing, so it's really hard to not see leaks. But yeah, I mean, it would spoil it for me as well. But it takes a lot to spoil anything for me. But still, it would have spoiled it for me as well. This is like a lot to unpack for me, and where they're going with it. Because how many episodes we have left? 6.
4. There are 6 episodes.
4. I was giving it and I like the fact that it's a 45-minute runtime. It's
Yeah.
around 45 minutes. So
it's longer. It's longer than the typical WandaVision episodes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like that. I like the fact that it's a little longer, that they can tell a story, that they build up to a story. And each episode is a story that leads to a next conclusion. And it's kind of like that whole cliffhanger thing where you want to see what's happening next week. So
from Loki and even in Falcon and Winter Soldier, it feels like one drawn out movie, like almost like a 6-hour movie, just kind of chopped into like episodic wise. So I really like the way that it's done.
Did you guys get the soda that Agent Mobius likes?
Yep.
Did you guys recognize it?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Josta. It was a thing in the 90s.
Yep.
I didn't know this until I started looking at some message forums. But the soda he likes drinking was this like what's it called? Josta. It's called Josta. So it was sort of an energy drink made by Pepsi that was around from 1995 to 1999. So the one thing that would have made it better is if he was drinking clearly Canadian.
Yeah. And I was like, and I recognized the can, but I was like, is it really it?
I just thought it was like some random made up thing, but I didn't realize it was like a real life like defunct brand.
Yeah, it's like that other one that came out, Jolt Cola.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys remember, if you're too young to
I've
remember.
heard about that. I don't.
Yeah, that used to drink Jolt Cola because it's like double the caffeine, and it'll just.
I liked RC Cola too.
Yeah.
And Tab.
Yeah, but RC was like kind of normal, kind of downplayed. But Tab was Tab. It was good. But to get back to the show, there's so many things that just piece together, and I'm just like, I don't know why. I just feel I wish they would. I like the series and release it a week after week format,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a part of me that wishes too sometimes where it's like the Netflix format and everything's out.
There are pros and binging versus weekly. There are pros and cons to it.
Yeah.
Like the good thing about binging is you get it all at once. So you want to go to the next episode, you can go straight to the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
But once the season's over, it's like it's over, and you go through withdrawal. Like you're like, and now you have to wait a year and a half for the next season. That's kind of the drawback of binging.
Yeah.
So with a weekly, you can draw it out a little bit more, and we can do things like this and have weekly chats about it too.
Exactly. And Owen Wilson in this episode is just really like him. I really like him in this episode. Great
One thing that stood out to me is the TVA a lot more human-like in their characteristics, their behaviors than like they made it seem in the first episode. The first episode, they seemed just kind of like some form of an alien. And the second episode, they were eating. There was more of a human like cause and effect.
One good moment I really liked, just a little sort of good character moment when they're getting ready to go on the mission, and he's all excited and he hands Loki the daggers, and Hunter B-15's like, nah, no, takes the daggers away. That was a good character moment, I think.
Yeah. Malik?
That was good. I really liked that one too. One thing that like really stood out to me was the fact that Mobius was trying to fight for a second chance, a second mission, and then she tells him like, if this doesn't go well, it's kind of out of my hands, out of my control. But then that kind of like made something spark in my head, and I'm like, okay, well, if Mobius, so far that we know of, was designed to be an agent, where would he go after this? Like, if he fails again, which he did, but I mean, what's the lower level? Does he get ranked down to an office job? Like, where's their consequences and repercussions for actual TVA members? We see him for variants, we see him for other people, but what happens when you're a TVA member and you were designed to be an agent? Do you just do janitor duty now?
Well, I kind of feel like they're going to be in a bit of a crisis mode in the next episode because of what's going on with Lady Loki in that reveal. And now Loki is on the lam. And I guess we have the sense that Lady Loki is trying to, I guess, locate the timekeepers and possibly eliminate or usurp the timekeepers, maybe, or something. So I don't know. I could see it going a number of different ways, Malik. Just depending on, but I'm sure there will be some repercussions. But I also think it'll maybe be like an all hands on deck. We're in crisis. It's an emergency right now. I mean, the TVA, just based on Lady Loki's confidence and competence, the TVA looks pretty screwed at the moment, I would say. I am not. Lady Loki's she's got their number, I think.
And then Sheikah brings up like, damn, female Loki erased the whole timeline.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's going ham on the sacred timeline.
Oh, exactly. And that was just like, see, I'm trying to get the whole thing, how they're bringing in the multiverse into this whole MCU. And is this the way they're doing it, Jeffrey?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I try not to think about like the multiverse and the alternate timelines too much because it gives me a headache.
Malik, what are your thoughts on this?
I think we won't see. I don't think this is going to introduce the multiverse. If I've learned anything from the past two shows, they're trying to keep everything separate. So I think Doctor Strange. I think we won't get any spoilers to Doctor Strange at all. I think that's going to come when it comes, but we will get an idea of how time is ran, kind of. And I know that sounds kind of cliche, but like, I don't. What is so important about this timeline to all variants of Loki? Like, everybody else is kind of like, that's just how time is. But why are different variants of Loki so obsessed with time and controlling how time works and how time spans? Because why would female Loki is so powerful and she can go to the timekeepers whenever she wants to? Why is she trying to rip apart bits and pieces of time? Before?
We're just gonna have to keep watching and find out. That's the rub.
And that's the thing that I hate, because we gotta wait till next week now to see what's happening next.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Is Bonnie Tyler like raking in the royalties now or what? Because like in the last couple weeks, we've had what's the hero song? What's the name of her song? I Need a Hero.
I thought it was just Hero, but
I thought that was the title.
yeah.
Holding Out for a Hero. So we had Holding Out for a Hero in this episode. We had it in the Netflix trailer for Masters of the Universe Revelation, and we had it in the E3 trailer for the Guardians of the Galaxy video game. So, like, she's got to be getting some royalties for that, right?
Well, I mean, Disney buys it in one chunk, and then they'll use it on everything they possibly can.
But did she get just like a terrible deal on like her song rights or what? Like she needed like let's see. Did she write that song? She didn't write that song, but like she's got to get like some sort of royalty fee on that, right?
Yeah, she gets something out of it, but you know, Disney, like if you're gonna pay, you're gonna use that. 'Cause
It's
that's what I would do. If we're gonna pay for anything,
it's a Columbia Records song, so they would they'd have you have to pony up to use that licensed music, right?
I guess so.
So yeah, so they had to use it, but that song, like, I feel like we're seeing it everywhere. It's in Loki,
Yes.
it's in Netflix. All royalties belong to Shrek. Yeah, that wasn't.
That was my first thought too.
Yeah, because they did that good number in Shrek too. But yeah, but that song's like it's like that song's everywhere right now. Give it up for Bonnie Tyler. That's a fun song. It's a great. Yeah.
Everybody wants to go back to the 80s, and I'm the one who's like, I don't want to go back to the 80s.
That's a good song. That's a good song though. Ever since Short Circuit 2.
Yeah.
Or movies.
Yeah,
You can do also said in the comment section that they think, I don't know, you can do its gender pronoun, but they think that Loki would die at the end of this series and won't come back, which I think, I don't know.
I don't think
Why
so.
would we saw him die, and then they brought him back to this show. So why would you bring him back just to kill him off again?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you can string it together to make sense, then yeah, but then it would also be like a waste of a show, really, because we already saw him die, and we were satisfied with him dying to the hands of Thanos.
I agree, Malik.
Bring him back again just to kill him.
And also, too, didn't they greenlight a season 2 of Loki already?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there a green light already for that before it even aired? So we know they're gonna build up on the story.
I like what Jeffrey said last week about Kang the Conqueror and the whole that's kind of gearing up towards Kang. I think Loki might be like a real formidable person to help with this whole Kang the Conqueror thing. I know I'm just kind of reaching out there. We won't know, but
I mean, maybe there is. I think maybe there could be a connection because we have Ravonna Renslayer. Kang is this guy who travels through timelines and he comes from the future. So there could be a connection there, but I don't want to make any like hard predictions regarding Kang.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not saying I'm not making any hard.
No, I feel you. I totally feel you, Malik.
I don't want to see him die so soon, and then we have this great just kind of implode itself.
Oh yeah, I agree. I don't think we're gonna see Loki die at the end of this season, but we'll see.
I keep forgetting. Does Kang? Is he able to switch his appearance or change his appearance? I don't remember if he was able to or not.
Like shapeshift? I don't know.
Yeah, like
I don't think he really needs to because he's pretty powerful.
Yeah, but I know he could change situations in time.
He can, I guess, travel through time and do. He's got giant spaceships and
I see
armies.
The comic books from that Avengers. The Avengers cartoons. The Earth's Mightiest.
Yeah, and Earth's Mightiest Heroes. They had that big Kang blowout.
I mean, this is going to be a really interesting show to see where they lead off. I mean, especially with 4 more episodes, this is going to be quick, and it's going to be interesting to see.
I do feel like Agent Mobius is like the true hero of this series, though.
Yeah. Rishi comments on the picture showing the branch timelines at the end. One of the lines said location, Asgard, and date. February
Very interesting.
2004. I did not catch that. I'm gonna have to
Very interesting. Thank you, Rishi.
So what happened on February 16th, 2004? Was that
Maybe
when,
we'll find out later this season.
Yeah.
If that's a clue.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. That's a good watch right there. Because shoot, I'm kind of curious to see what happens and see what that timeline and what that picture says.
So, Tatiana, your thoughts on Lady Loki, the developments this episode, anything you're hoping to see next?
I don't know. I'm still processing it because I didn't expect Loki, to. I don't know. I'm confused because you guys mentioned about the whole if it's Loki from the past or the future, but we kind of get like the past and the future. So,
Okay.
Loki is from the past or the future.
So what you're saying is that you're lost in time.
Yeah, I am. I'm floating in the air.
Uh-huh.
Any thoughts on Miss Minutes?
Tatiana?
Miss Minutes was
The cartoon clock.
Oh, she was annoying.
Oh.
I didn't like Miss Minutes.
And here from the best name. I know Vladdy is my daddy. Maybe the trailer footage we saw ends up being Nat on Vormir in 2301.
Was it 2301 when they went to Vormir there, Bill?
I think so.
When you say Nat, you mean Natasha Black Widow, right?
Yeah, because they showed her like a. If you see the trailers, you could see her sitting with Loki on a rock. And
wait, is it Black Widow though? Yeah. Or is it a different character?
Who knows? It could be the female Loki in disguise.
But are we sure the year is 2301? Like, is that where they're going?
I don't know.
You should know, Michael.
I don't know everything.
Well, I can't brag about having seen any more episodes now because this is where the critic screeners left off for me. So yeah. I can't So I'm from here on out, I'm in the same boat as you folks.
Before I take this down, I just got to credit Vladdy is my daddy is a great name, especially since I used to work with Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s daddy, the Angels. So that's just a great name. I love it.
Great first base. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, Rishi Bhakta on the picture show. Hopefully, I didn't butcher your last name, and I'm sorry if I did. Rishi on the picture showing the branch timelines at the end. Northern line said Vormir 2301.
Okay, interesting.
Interesting. I wonder where they're going with
I will be curious if they do go to Vormir, what the significance of that will be.
Yeah. Well,
it does look like Guido. So.
The thing is, in the TVA dimension, the Infinity Stones have no power unless they do something that will alter that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
If you want to, Rishi also comments, if you want to see all the locations, to around 4720 in the show.
Good catch, Rishi. Thank you.
Very good.
That's when they were doing the gentleman's spirit and Loki was flipping through.
I didn't even notice that the first time.
Me either.
I mean, I was paying attention, but I couldn't keep every single location. But when I go back and rewatch, I'll definitely look at them.
Yeah, right after we get off, I should be preparing for an interview for tomorrow, but I think I'm going to watch this again just to see if I can catch it before I go to sleep. But because these are a lot of hints. Like, I was so into the dialogue and the watch that I missed some of these visuals, and I want to see this.
I really I don't know what they're going to be doing with like She-Hulk and Miss Marvel and Moon Knight, but Moon Knight is the one like I'm really sort of dialed in about. So I really hope they can really capture Moon Knight. But my hope is that these shows are, so well, are doing so well right now. I hope Moon Knight can match this level.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's
Well, I hope so. Considering Moon Knight took forever to get one, considering that like a lot of hardcore fans been asking for Moon Knight for forever, but we'll see. I I, I hope so.
yeah. But hey, you have a great actor playing Moon Knight. Amazingly talented Oscar Isaac. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. And you could tell he's been training for that show. He's been training hard for that show. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. I just like the way they're doing it. I hope they keep it up, and I hope they keep up these shows and the way and this- as we go along. Because I think after what's after Loki? Is it Miss Marvel or What If?
Uh,
I think it's What If.
what if?
Yeah, the What If cartoons, and then Miss Marvel, I believe.
Right.
So it's gonna be
And
good.
then She-Hulk and Moon Knight after that.
Yeah, because then we go into 2022, correct? Because
Right.
we got Chang Chi, we got the Eternals, and then we have Spider Man in
And
December.
then later in December it'll be Book of Boba Fett. So we know that'll be in December. But that's Star Wars, and then
Yeah,
next year we'll have on Disney Plus will be Cassian Andor and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now here's a weird announcement. Earlier today, Disney greenlit Beauty and the Beast limited musical series, and
yeah,
it's about Gaston LeFou and LeFou's stepsister Tilly.
yeah. I'm out.
What?
Yes. um, I don't know.
That's a bit of a weird grouping.
Yeah.
I don't
Um.
really understand that.
Nah, not gonna watch it. Don't care about it. Only those two shows. I didn't
And,
like the
and
musical. I like the Broadway musical. I like the original
okay,
cartoon. I did
yes.
not like the remake of the Beauty and the Beast.
Malik or Tatiana, would you want to watch a Disney Plus Beauty and the Beast prequel miniseries about Gaston and LeFou and LeFou's stepsister?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think.
Disney
That sounds like a no.
Yeah.
is
Malik?
Disney in the chat. If Disney
No.
here, then yes.
Well, let's just put it this way. Disney doesn't invite us anyway, so let's be honest about this.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't.
Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, Disney.
Okay.
Here's more.
Rishi has
Loki is awesome.
13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's more I spotted. Ego 1382, Titan
Okay.
1982, Xandar 1001, and Sakar
Okay.
Teo 1984.
So those are all.
Rishi, were you pausing this as you were watching?
Yeah.
Did you have a notebook out? I want to know because
I mean,
that
I'm
is
telling you,
really good.
maybe we
That's
should bring
good.
him on.
Hey, credit to Rishi. That is good
Yeah.
attention to detail.
Maybe we need to bring him onto the show next time.
I think so.
Detail. Because he's doing some amazing work spotting all this. And that's interesting. I'm curious what this is going to be like.
There's no way we're gonna get all of these locations, though, right?
Yeah.
That's
don't
wild.
know. I don't know. But Rishi, come here next week, next Wednesday. I will send you a link to be on.
Yeah, Rishi, that's seriously a good job. Thank you.
Yeah. I'll be happy to bring you on next week for the show because we're gonna be closing out the show pretty soon because we all gotta go to work tomorrow. But
Crazy though, I kind of.
now my roommate's asleep. I can't wake him up. Hey, comments are fine. We could have you come back on the show.
Yeah.
The comments are perfectly fine. I completely appreciate it. It helps with the show and it helps us because we can't see everything.
That said, I would love it if we could see. I don't know if we would see Kurt Russell, but I would love it if we could go to like Planet Ego again.
Yeah. And Sheikah, Loki will go back to 2012 timeline and we'll see the Avengers Tower destroyed. Yeah, we have seen that already. We have already seen that scene in the trailer. Correct. We've seen that. So where does that go? It, there's so many different tidbits and things that they showed in the trailer that now that you're seeing the show, it leaves you wondering where is it going.
Because wasn't it happening at the end where timelines were like branching off and like redlining?
Yeah,
So I imagine that's what's going to be happening. Timelines are probably going to start falling apart, and there's probably going to be like chaos happening.
yeah,
And then I imagine they'll fix it by the end, but we'll see.
exactly. But it's 1:30, gonna 1:12 in the morning. We all gotta go to work tomorrow here at Muse TV and Jeffrey at 411 Mania and Real Job. So we're gonna have to cut this to short for tonight. I want to thank everybody, but please, let's start off with Jeffrey. Where could they find you, and what's going on this week with you?
Okay, so follow me on Twitter at Wheeljack83. You can check out my reviews and interviews at 411mania.com, including my review of Fast 9, the Fast Saga, and the first two episodes of Loki. Also, I will be joining Michael this week for This Week in Wrestling with Muse TV on his channels. And also the 411 Wrestling Interviews podcast, if you would like to check out some wrestling interviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and Google Play. It's the 411 Wrestling Interviews podcast. Thank you, everybody.
Cool. Malik.
You can follow me at Malik on Ox on all social media platforms. You'll see a video of me and Mike later this weekend doing some exclusive behind the scenes at a charity event for an NFL player. I don't know how much we can disclose, but looking forward to that. And pretty sure we have some more stuff coming up for Muse TV throughout the rest of this week. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Tatis.
You can follow me on all social media platforms at Tatis Yolani, and stay tuned on TikTok and Instagram at Muse TV for Muse Bites.
Yep, because Tatiana is coming back and she's coming back on fire. So watch out. She's going to be putting up some good stuff. And yeah, and here you can follow me here on Muse TV. We're here we have shows every week. We're trying to build on them, and we're going to be doing more. We're going to be making a special announcement of what the future of Muse is going to look like next month. So stay tuned for that, because we got some great things happening here that I think you're all going to love, and it's going to be different. And also too, tomorrow I get to see Summer of Soul, Questlove's documentary. I get to see that tomorrow. We'll have a review of that as we get closer to release date. So there's a lot going on. Please stick with Muse. We appreciate you being on here so late at night and being a part of this. Rishi, if you're still here, see you next week. Please come on. We'd love to have you back on and try and have you involved in the show. And Nishka and Shika, please come back. We want to have you on hear your comments as well.
Vladdy is my daddy.
Here's my daddy.
You can do it. Yeah. Thanks for all the people in the comments who are chatting with us tonight. We appreciate you.
And also, who else we have? You can do it. Please come back. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We'll see you the next time here on Muse TV. And we have a lot of great stuff coming up, especially with Dom. It's a new series coming out of Brazil that's being shown in the U.S. Must see. I'm telling you. Must see. We talked to the cast. So to end it all, we'll see you next time. See you next week here on Muse TV.